Okie. Oh, that is acting funny. Of course. Ooh, Delali. Technology, baby. This is not my strong suit at all. Ooh, Delali. Technology, baby. This is not my strong suit at all. Ooh, Delali. Technology, baby. Right, so we're gonna stream some Potion Explosion app, which I'm super excited about. This is coming out tomorrow, which will be so we're gonna probably check that date, huh? The 26th of January for iOS and Android, which I love. I know we all love. I should probably check that date. The ability to have the app, whether you're the 26th your phone platform is or device platform. For iOS and Android, beware, it's gonna be on iOS and Android. It releases tomorrow, and I had access to the beta, but what we're actually going to look at is the production version. Asmodee Digital was kind enough to give me a little preview copy so that we could look at it together today. So that's what we're going to be looking at. This is my first ever solo Twitch stream. I've never done it before on my own, so forgive me for any kind of technology weirdness or just idiocy on my part, because I really have no idea what I'm doing. So thanks for forgiving me for any kind of technology. Are there 7 voices coming through? Just idiocy on my part, because I'm glad you said something. Is this better? I'm tweaking some audio here. See, I really don't know what I'm doing. It's proof. Sorry about this. Thanks, chat, for helping me out. I appreciate it. I could try to get rid of this and just see if this delete shot. Better? Yay! Okay, we fixed it. Hurrah! Turns out you have to mute all of the microphones that you have. All right, so back to what we're talking about. Potion Explosion, the app version, coming out tomorrow, the 26th of January, releasing from Asmodee Digital. This is an app version of the game released by Horrible Games, and as well in the United States from Cool Mini or Not Games. It's anybody who's seen it in real life knows it's a really fun, innovative, almost toy-like game where you have this incredible hopper where these marbles roll down and you play as students that are trying to learn how to craft potions. So that's what we are going to take a look at, is the digital version of it. So you should be able to see my iPad screen on the Twitch stream. Feel free to ask any questions about the app that you have. It looks like Asmodee Digital is in the chat room, and I'm sure they'll be happy to answer any questions you have, and I'll do my best to show off all the different things, all the different neat features of the app here today. So here we go. First of all, Potion Explosion, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to come out on iOS and Android, so that's exciting. It'll be universal, so if you play it on your phone or on your tablet device. It has online and offline play. Online is going to be through kind of your consolidated Asmodee Digital account. So if you have any of their other apps, like the recently released Colt Express app, and you signed up for an online account, you just use the same one there, which I think is really nice and convenient. And I think that they're planning on eventually expanding that program as well, which I'm really excited about. We're not going to play the online version today because it's not publicly released, so there's nobody kind of available to play a game against, but it is available. You do have the ability to create your account and connect with people online when you want to play. So first up, let's dig in. We're going to play online, and I think I'm probably going to turn the music and the sound effects off because we'll go in. Oh my goodness, there's so many languages. We'll leave it in English for me because that's all I read. And we'll go ahead and hit play offline, or try to play offline. There we go. So here you go. You can create, I've already played this a couple times, obviously, so my name is in there. And then you can pass and play, but I'm going to go ahead and play against an AI. There are 2 different AI versions right now. There's a hard and an easy. I have lost many times to the hard, so that's super exciting. We'll go ahead and load up each of the two AIs so we can kind of see if you see any difference. I'm going to play kind of quickly so that this doesn't really bog down. So don't make too much fun of my terrible gameplay choices because I'm just not thinking super strategically. So first of all, when you play Potion Explosion, there are 8 available potions in the game and that you're trying to complete. And one of the great things about the app is that you can select which potions you play. In the real game, in the physical game, you only play with 6 of 8 potions in any round, and that's exactly how it works in the app. You can let the computer pick it by just hitting that little dice button, and it will randomize which potions you play. I really like that variability and kind of the randomness for you as a player. It really mixes it up. You have no control there, and that's exciting. But of course, if for whatever reason you want to play a specific game or play with specific potions, you can do that as well. So right now I am just clicking on any specific potions that I want and canceling any potions I don't want. So let's go ahead and take those 6. How do those 6 look? I always like playing with the little wild potion with the little green goober on top because the little green goober lid is adorable. So we'll play with that. But I really like that you can randomize it, or you can select the specific 6 potions that you want to play with. And we'll just hit OK. All right. So you'll see that we have a game set up where I am the only human player against the 2 AI players. And then we are going into the game. So here we go. I really love the aesthetic of this app overall. The graphics look gorgeous. I'm not quite sure how it transmits over the stream to see if there's any graphical degradation, but the graphics in the app itself are gorgeous and everything feels really rich and immersive. All right, so right off the bat, you can kind of see where we land. You have your hopper of potions there, or potion ingredients that you get to choose from. And then you have your 2 potions at the bottom that you want to look at. Up here at the top, you can see in the top left, you can look at your opponents and check out what they have as well. And it's really just a simple tap to go through those. And then when you want to go back to yourself, you just tap your own icon and you are back to yourself and close that window out. So I really love that the opponents are easily accessible, but they're not on screen all the time, so that you kind of maximize the screen space for what you want to see as far as what ingredients are available and what you're working on personally. So I just really like that ease and convenience there. The numbers, the 000 up there, that's going to be your score. So one thing they do keep on screen the whole time is the score, so you kind of know where you stand on that front. And I think that that was a really smart choice too. All right, let's pick a potion in just a second. After I also point out in the bottom left, anybody who plays this game knows it's really simple. You're going to pick an ingredient, and then any marbles that cascade down, any ingredients that cascade down and connect with a matching type of ingredient or a matching color, they explode and you get those ingredients as well. And so creating those combos is just one of the most fun parts of this game. A lot of people compare it to like a Candy Crush experience, and I think that that's probably pretty apt. If you ever need help and you're like desperate for an ingredient, you can always ask for help from the teacher. And that's what you're going to see in the bottom left corner there, that little -2. Asking for a teacher allows you to pick any potion you want out of the hopper. Explosions are not triggered by it, and you take -2 points at the end of the game. But sometimes when you just really need that one ingredient, it's a lifesaver. So that's also an option. And then when we get down to it, once you complete potions, each of these potions has a special ability associated with the type of potion it is. And there's little icons at the top of the beakers that show you that. But if you tap on the potion, you can see there, it wiggles a little to let you know what you're looking at. And you can also always read about what each of the potion's special abilities are right there on screen. Again, I'm a big fan in apps when they put all the information you need just one tap away. I think that's really smart UI design, and I like that they thought that through here. All right. If anybody in the chat who's watching has suggestions, feel free to help me not lose horribly against the AI. I love it. So I have got a potion of prismatic joy, which is one of my favorites, and abyssal draft. All right, let's see what we need here. Let's get some explosions, right? Ooh, this is a great one right here. I don't even need green, but I'm going to take green because I really like the cascade effects. I'm going to take this. I'm going to just simply tap the ingredient I want. Okay, that was a good cascade. That was a pretty awesome explosion. So hopefully you saw as the ingredients fall and they clack or connect with a matching ingredient, they explode, and you get them in those beakers in the far right. The numbers on the beakers change, so it's really obvious how much of any given ingredient you have. And then to fill some of the requirements in your potions, to put those ingredients into your potion bottles, you have a couple of options. First of all, you can just tap the ingredient you want and then drag it. Hopefully you can see that drag line there. And drag it to the potion bottle you want to drop it in. So I'll drop this blue ingredient in there. And then I'll go ahead and drop this blue ingredient in the other one. So it's really just that simple, that you tap and drag and voila, the potions are where you want. But if it's pretty obvious what you want to do, or there's no kind of difficult choices about what ingredients or what potions you have going on, there's this little button kind of on the right hand side midway down with the two little double curved arrows. All you have to do is tap that and the game will automatically kind of fill the potions where you want them to go. You'll see some of the potions have flowed over to the left because you're allowed to store 3 extra ingredients between rounds for yourself as well. And the game did all of that work for me. Potion Explosion is so satisfying when you play it and you pull out those marbles and they cascade down, but it can be a little bit fiddly as you're moving things around. And it's always nice in app games that they do that work for you. All right, I'll just hit the check mark. And because I finished a potion that time, which hopefully you saw pop up at the bottom of my screen, I get to pick another one. This is just like in the physical game. You have 5 stacks of available potions that you get to choose from, and you pick whatever you want. One of the things with scoring in Potion Explosion is that you get some bonus tokens if you can complete a set of 5 different potions or a set of 3 similar potions, same potions. So if you get 3 of a kind or 5 different potions, you get a bonus token. So knowing what I've got going on here, if I want to look back at what potion I have going on, there's that little eyeball. You just tap it and see how everything spreads out to let you peek at what you have going on. I love that. So I have one of those prismatic joys. I'm going to take this 9-point potion right here, the Sands of Time. I want the points for sure, and I like that refresh ability that it has. So just tap it and it instantly puts it in my beaker, which is so great. Now you see the AI is playing. It's really, really quick. I think it's easy to follow along with what they're doing. They completed a potion. Hooray for them. How lucky. And then that is them going through picking a new one as well. I can just try to turn the music on for a second to see if it's possible for you to hear that. I don't know if that'll do it. Okay, I'll pick another one here. What do I need? I need some yellow and some red. Okay, let's just do that one because I see some red. Not great. All right. All right, let's put the reds in there. I'll just go ahead and do that. And I finished a potion, that little goober that I love so much. Now, let's say I want to use a potion. In my turn, I'll pick one actually. I'll go ahead and do this real quickly. I'll do the Balm of Uttermost Stickiness. It's not just stickiness, it's the uttermost stickiness. That sounds pretty darn sticky to me. Alright, there's my potion, and I think, yeah, the AI will take their turn. And then next we'll take a look at what happens when you want to use a potion, and I'll show you how easy that is. Hopefully you're seeing that everything is really pretty, the animations are great, everything is rich and thematic. And when you think about translating games into apps, I think oftentimes in board games it's tough because you are kind of torn between wanting to port over an app as exactly as possible, mirroring the board game experience because that's what people know and love, versus struggling with the screen real estate that you have to deal with and things like that. And I always love it. I think Asmodee Digital is showing that they have a lot of chops when it comes to making smart decisions about the UI and how they implement, how they translate physical mechanisms into digital mechanisms, which is great. All right, so I'm going to show you how to use a potion now. Let's see. Do I want the Abyssal Draft, which lets me take up to 4 potions from the bottom row as long as they're all different? Or do I want to use that Prismatic Joy? Let me take a look at what I have back here. Are there any good combos to make that worth it? That is a tough one. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask for help from the teacher. So to do that, I'm just going to tap the icon in the bottom left, and you'll see the professor pops out there who has some pretty wicked awesome hair. And I'm going to take this red one. So by taking that red and asking for help from the teacher, I now have -2 points at the end of the game. And I got that red potion, and it does not trigger any explosions. And now I actually get to take my full turn. So I'm going to go ahead and take this green one. And you'll see that then, because that's my normal turn, the cascade happens. And I have a beautiful lot of potions now. And let's just say, theoretically, that these weren't the colors that I needed or the ingredients I needed to complete my existing potions. So I want to use one of my completed potions. I'm going to use my Potion of Prismatic Joy, which basically lets me use all the ingredients in my pool to complete potions regardless of their color. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I really like the animations. I think that's super cute. Each of the potions has a unique animation and a unique presentation based on its abilities, which I think is a great detail. And so we are going to go ahead and click OK. We're going to go and just go ahead and let's see. Which one do we want to fill? Let's do this one. That one. Okay. And then I'm going to fill in from the rest. Bloop, bloop, bloop. It fills in my extra beakers, and I got all my potions stored up and used. Thank you, Marguerite, who's in the chat. Thanks for watching and joining us. This is tough. Twitch streaming, man. I don't know how these kids do it all the time. I am, again, pointing out, I'm distinctly losing this game to the AI. Maybe it's because I'm really bad at the game. That is a possibility. But we'll just take a quick peek up here. Again, now that we've played some, you can see potions I have available, potions I've completed, the ingredients I have going. And again, similarly, I can also tap on my opponent. So this is the easy AI who has 14 points currently. Kicking my fanny on that one. And then the hard AI who just achieved 10 points. Ugh, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose real hard. I'm going to lose real hard on video. This is discouraging on some level, I have to say. Let's see. Let's go for let's go ahead and take this one. Again, not sure why. And so I am going to go ahead and, since I didn't get any potions I actually needed, because that was really theoretically a bad choice, I'm going to use my Abyssal Draft potion here. Those dark clouds, and then I get to take one potion of each color only, so I have to choose. I can only take one red, one green, and one blue, and if there's yellow down there, I could take one yellow. I'll go ahead and take that red. And now I have some potions, some ingredients that allow me to fill in my potions, so I get to complete another one. And you'll see it just pops up at the bottom there. I don't know if you notice at the bottom, there is, it's pretty obvious. They have great kind of visual cues on what potions are available and what potions you've already completed. And I always love clean UI. I love that it's clean, but it's still pretty, you know, because, hey, aesthetics count sometimes, you know. Let's take, I think I need some wisdom, right? Might be too late for me, but we'll go ahead and take a potion of wisdom and pop it in my beaker. So Quizmaster42 in the chat is asking if this plays well on the phones or is it tablet only. So great question. I have actually played it on my phone extensively through the beta, and I think it plays great. I really, really do. I think some of the screen real estate choices you're seeing reflected in this tablet carry over really, really well into the phone. So the primary focus on the app is always on this hopper, making that available to you, and the potions, and I've really enjoyed it on my phone. There are games on the phone that I will say flat out I don't enjoy as much. For example, Lords of Waterdeep I think plays great on the tablet. I think it's harder to play on the phone. Just because of the scaling and sizing. I think Baseball Highlights is really hard to play on the phone because of the scaling. I think Potion Explosion does a great job with scaling for the phone, and I would definitely feel really comfortable. It's actually quite fun to play on the go on the phone. All right, stop chit-chatting, Suzanne, and pull a marble. All right, we need some red and yellow here, people, and I'm not seeing great red and yellow options. What am I gonna do? Okay, I'm going to ask for help from the teacher again. You can question the wisdom of this choice. I get it. I get it. I appreciate and understand it. I'm going to take this blue one here and try to set up a combo. So I'll pull the green one then for my turn. Boom. Boom. All right. Oh, my good gravy. Did you see what just happened there? Yeah. Curse6479 is asking if there's a Steam version. Maybe that's something Asmodee Digital in the chat could answer. In the release notice, they only announced iOS and Android, so I'm not sure. The good news is, in the future, it's very possible because Asmodee has released some of their apps on Steam, so it's not like a platform that they're avoiding or anything like that. It may just be in the future. All right, let's complete a potion here, right? I really love these charming animations. It just makes it so much fun. It's adorable. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, geez Louise. I way have too many potions. That cascade was amazing. I feel like it's such a waste. I think I'm going to keep, instead of keeping those double yellows, I want to keep, no, I'll keep the double yellows. I also want to point out that at the bottom, do you see on the far right there on the bottom, that little brain potion, which is the Potion of Wisdom? There's a little banner popped up next to it because I have, in fact, completed a set of 5 different potions. And so that is one of the bonus tokens. It also counts towards triggering the end game. There are a set number of these bonus tokens in a game depending on how many players you have, and I think in the 3-player game it's 5 tokens, and then once all those 5 tokens are gone, that triggers the end game. And so that's what we've done here, and I get to pick a new potion. So now that I've completed my 5 different ones, I'm actually going to try to go back and get 3 of a kind now. So I'm going to try to pick a potion that I already have. I have a couple of yellow in my hopper, so I'll go ahead and take this Potion of Prismatic Joy, which has a nice 9-point thing. And for, commemoration, should I take another Potion of Prismatic Joy so I can go for that 3 of kind? There we go. I want to point out that I am currently winning this game. Thank you very much. So at least at some point, I am the winner. Maybe we should just, I'll just end the stream now and then say I went out a winner. Yeah, I think some of the people in the chat are talking about the sound, and the sound I think is really, really charming. It's not distracting. Sometimes sound in games can be a little bit iffy. Oh, so Quizmaster42 is asking if there's a tutorial, and thank you for asking. I think that is a great question, and there is a tutorial. And we can actually take a look at that, I think, in a second here. But first, let's see what I can do here. We're going to fill in the potions, and then let's yank. What do we need here? We need some blue, we need some yellow, we need some green, we need some red. I'm sure these things have actual names, and I'm horrible about using them, so I feel bad about that. Okay, dare I ask for help from the teacher one more time? Sure, because I want to set up combos, because combos are life, right? Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, shoot, I thought I saw something I didn't. So the great thing is, I don't know if you noticed, I can back right out of it. I tapped help. I'm going to do it again. Oh, there's the professor. Oh, no, I don't want help from the professor. I know what I'm doing. I'm an expert. So I just tap it again, and he goes away and says, good luck, and he laughs at me because he knows I don't really know what I'm doing. All right, let's go ahead and just pop one of these so we can keep the game moving. Let's see, any other questions? I'm going to catch up on the chat here real quick. I know I'm kind of multitasking, which I thought I was good at, but apparently not so much. Okay. Yep, there is pass and play at launch, which is really, really cool. There is online. And we can take a look at the tutorial for sure. Let's see, is Asmodee saying there's no IAP that I've seen at this point. The game is basically fully implemented. All the features that you get in the real game are also in here. So keep that in mind. All right. Woo! Need some yellow. And it's pretty sparse. I'm not loving it. And I had the wrong potions. Well, I'm going to take this one. Or maybe not yet. Can I set something now? I'll go ahead and take it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take these 2 yellows. So pop that potion that lets me take some adjacent to a line of adjacent marbles of the same color from a channel. And now I can take my normal turn. So I'm going to take that one and create a little chain and get some red and some blue as well. All right, I'm going to press my quick fill button there, and it just zip, zip, zip does it all for me, which I love. And I got one of my prismatic joys. Doo. Let's pick one more potion. Let's see here. I've got all the joy I need, right? Let's get a Sands of Time. Or should I go for big points? I'll go for Abyssal Draft because it's got the big points. I will beat this AI. I have to admit, I've played a couple test games. I'm not doing great. And look, I'm losing again. Oh, darn it. I might have to talk to Asmodee about making a super easy AI for me. UK Dane asked if, oh yeah, it's just in beta and it's going to come out. Great. Quick fill. I'm sure that that's the official term for that feature, right? It's the quick fill. So let's take a look at where the other teams are. They've got one of the tokens. They've got some tokens. They took some help from the teacher too. So up there, you'll see there's only 2 in the kind of swirly placard that's hanging up just below the menu, like just under here. There's a couple more placards left. So that's kind of where the game status is, I should say. All right, I need some green, yellow, and red. Oi. Oi, what are we going to do here, people? This is, I'm so bad at this game. Let's go ahead and, you know what we're going to do? Because there's multiple colors there at the bottom, I'm going to use my Sands of Time. Ooh. And we are going to go back and we are going to reuse this Abyssal Draft, which is its special ability. So you get 2 potion pops in 1. I love that. We're going to take one of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. Thank you very much. Okay, that starts to feel a little better. Let's see what we got here. Oh, man. I really should... I'll take these greens. I need some greens. We'll just do that. Do the quick fill, and that'll complete one of my potions. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Sues per easy. Yes, that is the level that we need. Maggie Bot in the chat is saying, I need a Sues per easy level. And I approve of this plan. Highly, 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 highly. All right. We're almost done, folks, with this game. The balm of uttermost stickiness. Let's get sticky up in here. So right now it looks like the easy AI is 47 points. The hard AI is at 41. Interesting. Has anybody heard any rumors or any announcements around a Potion Explosion expansion release? Just like for the physical board game? There's a couple of people that are really knowledgeable in the board game industry in the chat, and I bet they would know. If anybody would know, they would know, like Maggie Bot or I Heart Museums or something. All right. Let's see what we need here. Oh, goodness gracious. Blue is in short supply. Well, let's go ahead and take... We're going to use this potion, which lets me take any ingredient. I need some blue, so I'll take that blue. We're gonna go rocking out here. Let's do. Oh, we'll do that one. Take some green, Take some red. And you know, I have 3 potions in the hopper. Let's see here if I can. I have 3 blues there. So I'm manually pulling those potions over. It's super easy. Just tap and drag. I'll do this last blue there. Oh, yay. I didn't even notice. I have a potion complete there for 10 points. Thank you very much. But I still need... All right. Let's grab another potion. You'll see that the bottom deck is empty, and that's just how it works in the real game. When you drain a stack of potions, it just stays drained. So we'll take another high point potion and try to creep up on this silly, easy AI that's whipping me, man. Yeah, I Heart Museums in the chat is saying that, you know, she could foresee... She doesn't own the game, but she could foresee wanting to buy the physical game after playing the app. And I actually have always believed that about app gaming for board gamers specifically. Is it's great when there's a lovely board game app version, because they're less expensive than physical games, and they can give you a really great sense of what the game plays like, and lets you determine if it might be something... lets you determine if it's something you might really enjoy. So it's kind of a small investment that you end up with a workable product, and then you know before you invest larger dollars in a physical game whether or not it's something you want. And I think that that's a real cool thing about board game apps. One thing I don't think is cool about board game apps is when the easy AI is stomping me. So their end game was triggered. The end match kicks right on in, and that is super good. And oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I'm verklempt. 70 to 61 to 53. I am the big loser in the potion explosion today. I am the worst potion student ever. But I also really like that. I just tapped out of it, so sorry about that. But I really like that end screen and all of the detail it gives you about the game. So that's Potion Explosion. You got to see a full playthrough. Hopefully that gave you a good feel for the game. One thing we can do real quickly, oops, I keep on changing language by not wanting to, is let's go back here. So one of the things I didn't point out, and I think Quizmaster42 asked about, and I really wanted to point this out, is there is a tutorial and the rule book is in here. So we'll look at the rules real quickly. This is a feature is often overlooked, and a lot of even really good board game apps is they don't give you a copy of the rules in the app for you to look at on your own. And I really hate that, to be honest. So I love that the Potion Explosion app, I'm tapping through it here right now, gives you the complete rule book, and I think that's great. And then for anybody who hasn't played this game before, there is a tutorial that is interactive as well. And so we'll just take a quick dive into this. We're not going to play through the whole tutorial. You just saw the game, but I wanted to show that there is a tutorial. It will teach you the game. It will teach you the app interface, even though the app interface is pretty intuitive. So if you haven't played Potion Explosion in real life, I think in this case, the app is actually good enough to teach you the game, so that if you were to play this app, you would be able to take those skills into the physical game and know how to play it there. So let's just click through this, a couple of screens. So the professor comes out and is giving you all the tips, pops up from here to here, points out all the different pieces of the board. And I am tapping through it. So when you saw that little arrow, it is asking me to be interactive, which it's always better to have interactive tutorials. The interaction physically with you and the device actually helps cement that flow better in your brain. So I love it when they give you an interactive element here. So this is another good example. So it's telling me drag 2 black and 2 blue ingredients. So I'm just doing that right now on my own. So really nice interactive tutorial as well. And yeah, the professor is, well, he's got better hair than Clippy does, right? For a little helper. So there you go. So there is that tutorial. I'm not going to go through all of it. I don't think we need to. But hopefully what you're seeing is that the tutorial itself teaches you everything about the game that you need to know to be able to play it. The app in and of itself is super intuitive and easy to use. And the sound, as a couple people in the chat has pointed out, is really delightful and fun. It's and just kind of thematic. It really sets the tone. There will be online play. I think I saw Asmodee Digital saying that they might want to try that out later, so we might try to get something going on that front later as well. I'm going to hang out on the chat for just a couple of seconds, and I'll start another game just to tap through. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. And if you're watching this after the live stream, feel free to tweet at me. I'm at 425 Suzanne on Twitter, and I'm happy to do whatever I can to answer any questions you might have about the app. The app launches, again, the Potion Explosion app launches tomorrow, January 26th, for iOS and Android. It will have a launch sale price of $4.99 in US dollars. I'm sorry, I don't know what that translates to in like pounds or euros or anything like that. So, but the base price for the US for launch sale will be $4.99, which I think hopefully you're seeing there is a lot of functionality. It's a beautiful app. It plays great, and for all the features, for all the richness, for how beautiful it is, for how well it plays great on the phone. It plays great on the tablet. I think you'll find it's well worth that investment. Let's see. UK Dane 1972 is asking, how is the screen resolution iPad versus iPhone? It's great. If I'm reading your question correctly, UK Dane, it plays great on the phone. I've played it a bunch on the phone through the beta. I had no problems with it. I think, people who are sight impaired just naturally and struggle with almost all board game apps, they might have similar problems. But actually, this is a great time to point out as well that there is a feature that you don't even get in the physical game, in the app game. Hopefully you can see that they do add some colorblind, they do add icons on each of the ingredients to help colorblind players be able to differentiate between the different ingredients. And that icon is mirrored on all of the bottles as well, to make it really consistent and really easy for you to be able to tell if you are colorblind. And I think from an accessibility point of view, I think that is a really lovely detail that they put right up front. And from a thematic detail, I think it's kind of fun too. The game, of course, has those great marbles, but they're just plain colored marbles. And in the app, it kind of feels more like a potion ingredient with the star and the moon and the drop and things like that. So I think that's cool. All right. Well, I have no desire to be publicly humiliated by an AI again. So I will end the stream here. Thank you so much to everybody who joined me. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek at the Potion Explosion app releasing tomorrow, January 26th on iOS and Android from Asmodee Digital. Hit me up on Twitter at 425Suzanne if you have any questions. Thank you to everyone in the chat for making me feel like I had friends around. I really, really appreciate it. And it sounds like you were having fun with each other too, which is awesome. And until next time, have a great day, everyone.